and Gretchen Moen. We are off the cuff for Cut the Clutter RVA. We are going to take a few minutes with you this morning and share with you our top 10 tips and decluttering tricks from almost any space in your home. We're really excited to share this with you. We're going to do it Dave Letterman style, and we are starting with Gretchen and number 10.
Awesome. Number 10 is start easy and start small. So we all have belongings that are super emotional to us. Some categories might be photographs, memorabilia, kids' artwork. Don't start there. Start with something that is easy and non-emotional, because we know that decluttering is like a train leaving the station, right? You have to start slowly and you gain momentum. And then once you experience the calm and the clarity that decluttering brings, you've gained confidence and momentum, and you can tackle those more emotional areas. So examples might include places to start, like your desk drawers or your bathroom cabinets or linen closet, things that are not typically emotional. And on to Lynda for number 9.
Number 9 is work with your off-season items first. And what we mean by that is anything that you just finished using for the winter. We're talking about skis, snowboarding, things like that, right? You just finished using it, you know what you used, you know what you didn't, and you know what you outgrew. So go ahead and make those decisions to clear out what you didn't actually use or need. Moving on to number 8, Mrs. Moen.
Number 8 is give yourself permission to let go. We talk a lot about this. In fact, we have another awesome video all about it if you want to learn more. But basically, you're going to ask yourself these 3 questions. Have I used the item in the last 6 to 9 months? Do I like the item? And would I buy the item again? And if you answer no to any of those, it is likely time to let that item go. And the other tidbit is that the people who give you items and the memories associated with those items, they're not the item. You can hang on to the memories and all the feel good and all the love without actually hanging on to the item. So our recommendation is, in any category, try to pare it down to no more than 3 items. And then you can really display those prominently. On to 7.
On to 7, you can sell the belongings that you no longer want to keep in your home. There are lots of different platforms to sell things that you're like, well, I don't want to just give it away. It's valuable. Great, sell it, and then reinvest that money into an experience or into something that you really enjoy and love, or just save it for a while. Number 6, Miss Moen.
Number 6, donating is fun and it helps others. And there are really endless possibilities with donating. So, let your unwanted items have a second life by giving them to others. There's so much need, especially right now. And just do some research. And once you know what things you're wanting to part with, you can do some research on who needs those items. And if you're in the Richmond, Virginia area, you can always ask us, because we have a lot of ideas related to rehoming things. Okay, moving on to number 5.
Number 5, organizational tools are your friends. Organizational tools can make a world of difference in almost every scenario. We see a lot of people now who are making the transition to go to tiny spaces. And I think they're able to do that because of organizational tools. It allows you to really see what you have and create functionality in your life that you wouldn't necessarily have without them. So functional tools are definitely your friend.
Number 4 is recycling. The earth is our friend, as we well know. So it's important. It's really important to protect the earth, right? And luckily, recycling has become much easier in recent years. So set aside the paper, cardboard, glass, plastic, all of those things that you can recycle, and do the right thing, and let's help protect the earth. On to number 3.
I love that. And number 3 is just to set up designated areas. So whenever you're doing any project that you're purging, downsizing, packing, unpacking, you always want to have set areas, designated areas for where like items are going to go. You're not always going to have an immediate destination for every single item that you take out of the closet or out of the bedroom. So you really need to have a place designated for all of your donations, all of your recycling, and things like that. Sometimes it's simple as just keep and go. If you're moving, it's keep or donate, right? So designated areas are super important. Number 2.
Number 2, create a plan. So especially in the case of, let's say you're trying to sell your house, right? If you know that you want to list your house in July and it's May, and you know that you have roughly 8 weeks, maybe 6 of those weeks are decluttering weeks. And maybe there are 6 rooms, for the purposes of this example, that have clutter. So tackle a room a week. And just continually remind yourself of that goal and set aside. You can even break it into smaller tasks, certainly. Hey, today I'm going to get through all of the sweaters, or today I'm going to get through all of the clothes in this room. Just break it down into bite-sized pieces and use your family members to help you with this task. But creating a written, especially if you write it down, I find that you can really check things off, and you can kind of get it into bite-sized chunks that make sense.
I
And
love that.
on to number 1.
Number 1. Are you ready? She's laughing at herself. We breathe. A lot of this is overwhelming. None of this happened overnight, and a lot of it won't change immediately overnight as well. It took a lot of time to make these decisions to get where you are. It's going to take some time and energy and effort to back out of that. And the best way to do that is just to breathe and realize that you can do this. We have all the time in the world right now, right? So with the plan and breathing, you've got everything that you need for success for decluttering darn near any room or category in your house. If you guys need any help with that, whether you're in Richmond or you're in Timbuktu, I want to go there.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot about it. Anyway, we are now doing virtual plans. So with the use of the camera, we can see your space, and we can write a plan that is pretty darn easy to follow. Yes?
Yes.
So call us. We'll help you. I won't even let Gretchen judge you.
No judgments. Just solutions.
Thank you, Mrs. Moen. This has been quite lovely.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time on our next edition of Off the Cuff with Cut the Clutter RVA. And oh, by the way, if you